Alright, I'm testing out the GoPro 10 today out in Dilltown, Pennsylvania on the Ghost Town Trail. I'm going to be filming the Run for the Trail 7K. It's usually held second week of August, so it's a pretty hot day. It's a rural race, I guess is what you want to call it, because it's a couple miles on some backcountry roads we got to get to first, and then it hits the trail for the last couple. I'm standing in the parking lot now. I'll show you the parking lot a little bit better. This is your normal parking lot if you ever come to Ghost Town. Well, Dilltown, do Ghost Town. Got some access parking or extra parking over here in the grass for the race if you come to the race. Usually most people have to park over there because there's not enough parking. There's a pavilion over here. That's where the awards and stuff are going to be. There's bathrooms, men and women. Right. Head out on the road a little bit. You gotta head up the road a little bit. That car just went. You're gonna be making a right here to get to the start of the race. So you do have to go a couple tenths. On the road to get to the start. So you do walk a couple of tenths to the start of the race again, up here by this yellow sign that you're going to see coming into view. Alright, so it's a little bit past the yellow. So you might have to walk 3 tenths to the start line. But this is really the only way to get to the start of the race. You got to come up the road and on this backcountry road. Alright, so it's up here by this fire hydrant. I believe there was a mark on the road the other day. So right here, you're gonna see this road. This is where the race starts. Get everything set up here real quick on my watch. All right, now I'm gonna start the 7K Run for the Trail course out here in Ghost Town. Got my watch set up. I'll walk you through it. It's a quick little downhill to start the race. A lot of people like to take off in the beginning. Got a little bit of a corner. Nice little whip effect that you can get going for the race. So again, you start out a little bit fast. Just gotta watch yourself you don't go out too fast. Because we're a tenth in, it was only like 5 feet down, but then you got this little hump that we're gonna hit now. Then you go right back down a little bit. So people are still going pretty fast at the beginning of the race up to about now. Picking up some more free speed on this little downhill. And then everybody who wants to run fast and think they're going to be fast, turning and burning, quickly hit this little uphill that you start now, quarter mile into the race, which you had 12 feet down, nothing up so far, but then you hit this uphill. So when you start fast, then you hit this, and then your legs start burning already because you're breathing heavy trying to go fast because you're like, oh, it's downhill to start. Then you get to the realization you got this uphill. Which evens out already. You're already, let's see here. 4/10 in, you got 21 feet up, 12 feet down, and you're still going up. It's a nice, long, gradual incline. We're still going up. So a half mile into the race, which we're at now, 28 feet up, 12 feet down. Still climbing. The Ghost Town Trail itself is probably, I don't know, 50 feet to your right. You can see it over the bank a little bit. In the summer it's kind of hard to see because all the grass and the bushes and stuff growing up in. Alright, we're gonna level out real quick before another hump. So 7/10 into the race, we're at 59 feet up, 12 feet down. We'll call that yellow sign 7/10, even though it was like 72. So you got this quick little downhill to get some recovery, pick up some free speed that you lost on the uphill. But then right here again, the white and yellow markers pick back up. Quick little uphill. Before you hit the downhill. Nice semi-gradual downhill. Enough to get some good recovery. 0.85 into the race. Now you can see Ghost Town to your right. Looks like just like a regular road because it's a rail trail. We're coming up on a mile. So a mile into the race, we are 65 feet up, 37 feet down. We're currently still going down. Now it levels off right about here. Well, semi-levels off. We're about even at 65 up, 57 down. There's a couple little uphill and downhill separates the field pretty good early on. Even though it's a 4.4 mile race, mile in, field's usually pretty separated. As you see, Ghost Town Trail itself is probably 20 feet from us right now on our right hand side. And as you see, we're coming up, we've got a little bit of a hill coming. 1.4 into the race, 70 feet up, 57 down at this yellow marker. With this climb, you will feel it in your legs a little bit of a burn, because the incline does get a little bit steep. So 1.55 into the race, you got 95 feet up, 57 down. Then you start a little bit of a downhill again. Nice downhill after you burn your legs up, coming up that hump. Now you'll see this yellow sign coming up. There's another little incline right here. So 1.8 into the race, 95 feet up, 70 feet down. A little bit of caution, this road has been notorious for a couple of dogs along the course too. Now it's flat right now. And up ahead, after this turn, you're going to see a bunch of yellow signs, like for turns, like sharp turns. It's got an S to it to take us back on the actual Ghost Town Trail. It's a sharp corner. Be careful. You want to stay to the right hand side of this right now, because traffic won't be able to see you. So if you're trying to cut the tangents, this is one of those that you actually want to stay to the right hand side. Or if you're going to be stubborn, at least take your headphones and stuff out in case a car does come. But it's a little bit of a downhill real quick on this S. We're 2 miles in, 113 up, 70 feet down. Again, this is the sharp S. And we're going to be hitting the trail right here to the right. And now we're actually on the Ghost Town Trail. That gate will be open for the race, so you don't have to worry about that. That's pretty much the elevation for the race as far as uphill. Hello. You always try to wave to people on the trail because it's a friendly trail. Whether you're biking, walking, running, rucking, whatever, always try to wave to people on the trail. We do have a a slight decline right now. Coming up one of the little bridges. I believe they call this Dobson Run. I think that's how you say it. All right, we're coming up on 2.5 miles into the race. We are at 113 feet of ascent, 100 down. Now generally, when you're racing this course, you know, on any race course, you want to stay to the right. With this, you can cut the tangents out a little bit and hug the left. Shave off a couple fractions here or there. It all adds up in the end. And as you see to the right hand side now, you'll see the road that we just took to start of the race. Now the race itself is notoriously hot because it is the second week of August usually. Plus it being in the evening. The first half is on the asphalt, so the asphalt's pretty warm and the trail gets pretty warm. So expect to sweat a little bit more if it's a hot day than you would for a normal morning race. Hello. There also could be cars, as you could hear them coming on the asphalt part of the course. It's not a completely closed course, but they do have traffic pretty well under control and diverted for the most part. Now right up here, we're going to be crossing Clark Run. It's going to mark mile 3 for the race. Pretty spot on. That gate's always open. So we're at 3 miles in, 122 feet up, 108 feet down. So there was a couple feet exchanged there. You also got 1.4 miles left in the race. So start getting in your head what you're going to do. If there's people around you, if you're going to try to pass somebody, hold off somebody. Because you do got a little bit of a decline right now. All right, we're coming up on 3.4 miles, which means you have a mile left in the race. We got 125 feet up, 108 feet down. So with a mile left, figure out what you're gonna do, what your strategy is, how you feel, because you're still going down ever so slightly. So the first half of the race, you're pretty much going up, getting all your gain out of the way, and then it's slight downhill the rest of the way once you hit the trail. Even though there's a few feet up, it's really not significant. The trail itself is pretty nice. This is March 23rd, so spring really hasn't hit yet, even though you can hear some spring peepers in the distance. There's really nothing too exciting to see right now, since nothing's really grown back. A lot of the sticks you'll see on the trail right now, they're not there in the early spring and summer. It gets taken care of pretty well. Plus the surface right now isn't the hardest. It's still a little moist from the winter. Got a little bit of an incline right now. Nothing that you really feel. Right back down to a slight decline. Now you're going to see this park bench on your right hand side. We're going to call that 3.9 miles into the race. It's more like 3.93, well, whatever. So you got a half mile left of the race with 125 feet up, 111 down. So it's time for you to make the decision what you're going to do. Maybe not kick yet, but maybe put a surge on somebody that's in front of you that you've been hanging behind, or you know, maybe that surge keep somebody from behind you, passing you or whatnot, depending on what's going on in your race and how you feel. But right now you gotta make those decisions. That way you're happy with how you raced at the end and how you finished. If you're going for time and placement. If you're going for fun, then it doesn't really matter. Enjoy the rest of the race. All right, we're at 4.1 into the race, so 3/10 left. So it's now or never. These last couple tenths to make your move, do what you're gonna do. Go for it, hang back. Shave a few seconds off, maybe try to get a PR, or you know, see the best time you can get. A lot of peepers in the air right now. So right now we got 0.15 left into the race. So if you're gonna kick kick, because right around this corner you're going to see the finish line. There's usually some people standing right up in this area too, cheering you on. You'll be able to see the finish line now. Now right in here is going to be the finish line. We'll just call this green bench the finish line. Give or take how they measure it. It's going to be your finish line, and it should be right on 4.4. Just going to keep heading out even though the race would be over right now, to show you how the rest of the trail looks if you're not familiar with it. You're going to see a little bridge, and then you're going to cross the road to get to the pavilion where the restrooms and the parking lot stuff is, and the awards. A lot of people hang back at the finish line for a while. But at the pavilions, where there's going to be some ice cream every year, so don't forget your ice cream. All right, and that's your run for the trail 7K.